You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White sports fans, we're going to be talking about Joy Behar of The View. Now, if you guys know The View, it is definitely a left-leaning program on ABC. Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, Sonny Holston, and others, they really don't know what they're talking about when it comes to sports. Now, pretty much the only time they ever bring up sports is when they bring up Colin Kaepernick. I believe that's the only football player they have ever heard of, because remember when Michelle Tafoya was on there, Joy Behar and the other members of The View, they were saying stuff that just was not true whatsoever. They were saying that, Colin Kaepernick is blackballed. They have no idea what went on with Colin Kaepernick. Now, we've been very, very clear here on this channel. Colin Kaepernick, he opted out of his contract here. We knew that. Colin Kaepernick opted out of his contract with the San Francisco 49ers. Now, also yesterday, we found out that the high school football coach who was kneeling to pray on the 50-yard line after games, his constitutional rights were violated by the school because they told him, you cannot pray on the field after football games anymore. Well, the Supreme Court said, well, they were wrong. That is a violation of his First Amendment rights. And they was right on the money. Now, of course, leftists did not like that. They didn't like that. And of course, when it comes to sports and they see a person kneeling, the first person that they actually think of is Colin Kaepernick. So over here on the Daily Caller, Joy Behar falsely claims Colin Kaepernick was kicked off the 49ers for kneeling during the anthem. That is a lie. That is a lie. So she tries to make a comparison of the Supreme Court ruling in favor of Joe Kennedy. And there's a clip here, and she's wondering if that actually applies to Colin Kaepernick as well. She has no idea what she's talking about, folks. Let's read some of this. Joy Behar recently pushed an insane lie about Colin Kaepernick, following the Supreme Court siding with a high school coach who prayed during football games. It was actually after the game. The host of The View wanted to know why the ruling didn't apply to Kaepernick's national anthem protests. Wow. Now, for one thing, here's a bit difference here. Colin Kaepernick was kneeling for the national anthem, and the 49ers allowed him to do it. He never lost his job because he kneeled for the national anthem. Now, Colin Kaepernick, after that season, 2016, he opted out of his contract. He did that. And he had already gotten benched for Blake Bortles because Kaepernick wasn't any good. It is just that simple. But she thinks that Colin Kaepernick got thrown off the 49ers because he kneeled. That is not the case. And by the way, guys, people tend to forget this. Kaepernick wasn't the only one actually kneeling as well. Other NFL players were kneeling as well. Eric Reed is one of them. And guess what? Eric Reed still played in the NFL for like 3 more seasons. So let's listen to this clip here, Joy Behar. And this is completely dumb. She has no idea what she's talking about.
I would like to know if it would apply to Colin Kaepernick, for example. He takes a knee. I don't know if this is really legal or any of what I'm saying, but it seemed to me like the guy takes a knee and he gets thrown off the team. But he could be praying too, that these people would leave him alone. I don't know what he's praying for, but he could be praying. How do they know what you're doing when you take a knee? Doesn't that look like prayer to you? Suddenly it's illegal for him, but it's okay for this.
Colin Kaepernick was not praying. This is dumb. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She really does not know what she's talking about. Every time something comes out of her mouth, it never makes any sense at all. It even says here on the Daily Caller, there's so much wrong with what Behar said that it's hard to know where to begin. But I'll make 2 points. First, Colin Kaepernick wasn't kicked off the 49ers for kneeling during the national anthem. That's just not true at all. Not only was Kaepernick not removed from the 49ers, but he wasn't punished at all. Exactly. He was not punished. The NFL and the 49ers just let him protest. However, he won it, no matter how disrespectful it was. So the idea he was punished for taking a knee is completely false. And that was right on the money. Secondly, Kaepernick was the employee of a private company. The football coach in question in the Supreme Court, Joseph Kennedy, worked at a public school. The fact we even have to explain the difference is crazy to me. You don't have the right to do whatever you want when you work for a private organization. I can't just walk into my office and start protesting. As the Supreme Court ruled, you do have the right to pray on your own. Yeah, that's the difference. Joseph Kennedy was praying on his own. He wasn't forcing other players to come over there. It's just that when he started doing it, other players, and I guess it was a lot of players, decided, you know what? I want to go over there and pray with him. He wasn't forcing anybody to pray with him. And then somebody got triggered. They went to the principal, and the principal told him, you can't do that anymore. That is completely illegal. See, that's the difference right there. When it came to Joe Kennedy, his boss told him, you can't do that. But when Colin Kaepernick was actually on his knees, his boss said, okay, you can do what you want to do. There is a difference. So Joy Behar is a complete liar, a complete dummy, and a complete idiot. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.